It is Monday night once again, and here we are live with the Maverick Soul Hour with Tommy Maher, right here on Madhouse TV. And like usually, I would like to talk about what happened this week. And it was quite an exciting week, I must say. It was a great weekend. Let me start with this. I would like to send a special thank you to Vince Martell, because if you just watched the opening of the show, that's Vince Martell with the Vanilla Fudge doing some Zeppelin, and Vince was kind enough to allow us to use that as our opening number in the show. And everybody knows what a fudge freak I am, so thank you so much, Vince. We love you, man. Peg, hello. We love you, too. I just wanted to thank you guys. I want to thank, beyond belief, thanks to Mrs. Amber Ferrari and the Amber Ferrari Band. For Saturday night, she had her CD release party at 89 North in Patchogue. And let me tell you, if you weren't there Saturday night on Long Island, you weren't on Long Island, because that place was jammed and rocking. I'm talking rocking. And even the opening band, we had Bobby Rondinelli. I mean, the opening band was incredible, too. Blew everybody away, got the excitement, got everybody set up nice for Amber to come in and knock them down. And let me tell you something, she blew it out of the park, and the band was phenomenal, tight. Everything was beautiful. The outfits that were designed for her were incredible. She looked beautiful, Amber, and we can't thank you enough here at the Maverick Soul Hour for allowing us to come up, and we interviewed your whole band before, while you were getting dressed, before the show, during the show, and then again after the show. And let me tell you something, if you guys don't buy the CD, you're crazy. Amber Ferrari, you are a star going right to the top. I'm telling you, you are magnificent. And I think the word I heard the most that night from everybody at every level was the energy that this woman has. And you have so much energy on stage. It's amazing, and such a awakening of pleasure to see somebody that's just not standing up there and singing. I mean, you were phenomenal. And we can't thank you enough. And Chris and Jimmy and Eddie, you guys were magnificent. You blew everything away. It was great. And it was a privilege and a pleasure for us to be there. And we can't thank you enough. We had a ball. It was great. We are going to air that. We have a lot of editing to do, because we have probably a couple hours of tape. So we're going to probably run that show early April. I'm not sure exactly, because there's going to be a lot of editing, and we want it done right. So we'll let you know about that. And I got to say, the owners of 89 North were gracious. They let us have a carte blanche where we wanted to go, and everybody was kind, and the place was beautiful. I can't say enough about that. I also want to thank Janine, Vicky, Tom, and Tom for all the work that they did, because we did a lot of running around that night. Let me tell you something. Thank you, guys. And I also want to talk a little bit about, now we're going to be going into the new studio, which like I said, I can't wait. I can't wait to see it done, because we have a vision of what we're building there. And even Vicky and I went out and bought wallpaper. It's going to be sick, crazy good. I mean, you're going to love it. Full bandstand. We're going to bring in the big guns. It's going to be wonderful. Also, you guys, I'm telling you, I want to really talk to the bands out there. We have this thing here at Madhouse Reality TV where you can have your own reality show. You can have your own TV station for $4.99. What is it, a week or something? It's like stupid cheap. I mean, if you're in a band, it's not even $1 a piece. So, I mean, I'm just saying, if I had a band, I do have a band, but I would have my bands on the show. I mean, I'd have my own channel. I'd have my rehearsals. I'd let the world watch it grow, So, I mean, anybody that has a good reality show, look us up, get in contact with us, and it'll be awesome. I'd also like to thank Rich Balter, who is a phenomenal photographer and worked with us out at 89 North. I mean, he did his thing, we did ours, but we worked really well together, and I saw your pictures, Rich. Beautiful, beautiful work. As usual, you did a great job. It was phenomenal. I also want to thank Michelangelo for coming out. He took some pictures, too. Michael's done so much for us, and he's such a part of our family here at Madhouse, and always will be. And then finally, I'd like to thank Mr. Larry Blumenstein, who is standing here, who brought my guest here, which I'm going to wait. I mean, I know most of you know who it is, but I'm going to wait to announce him. But Larry, thank you so much. And Larry does so much for me. He's helped me with so many things and introduced me to so many people. And he knows them all. He's videotaped them all. He's shot them all. He's done everything. So he actually, on my Woodstock Guru page today, he put up a lot of stuff from Yazga's farm from like 99 and that. And really great, because I know like Burnville and all those guys got to see some stuff that they haven't seen in years. And maybe if they were there, they didn't even see it. Who knows? You know how that goes. But we're going to take a quick commercial, and we're going to come back with America's Treasure, Mr. Henry Butler. And you'll see very shortly why he was called, and still is called, America's Treasure. We'll be right back with the Maverick Soul. Hang in there. Get tight. We'll be right back.
Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware.
We have 3 of the largest showrooms of safes on display and in stock. You can see and touch them in person instead of browsing a catalog. We carry gun and rifle safes, burglary safes, jewelry safes, fire rated from a half hour to 2 hours. Famous name brands.
We sell Gardol.
We sell AMSAC.
The new AMSAC touchscreen.
If you're ever in need of a safe, think Brooklyn's best locksmith and hardware. Right, Lockie?
That's right, Alan.
For professional motorcycle transport and towing, think Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing. Proudly serving all of Long Island, we feature expert handling and 24/7 service. So send a limo for your toy with Kickstart Fabrications Motorcycle Towing.
Welcome to Formula Auto Wash, where every day is a great day for a car wash. Open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. till 5:30 p.m. Sundays 8 a.m. till 4 p.m. Detailing packages for every budget, starting out at $29.99. 100% hand wash and detail centre. Hogshair and microfiber brushes and mitts. Proudly using Ecolab Blue Coral soaps and waxes. Formula Auto Wash has served the community for over 30 years. Senior discounts all day, every day. Ladies' Day Wednesday, $3 off any wash. Early bird discount Monday through Thursday till 9:30 a.m. Check out our website, formulaautowash.com.
We are back live at the Maverick Soul Hour with Tommy Maher, right here at Madhouse TV, live. And ladies and gentlemen, sitting next to me on my right is someone that throughout the music industry is known, has played with everybody from Dr. John, Bonnie Raitt, you name it. He's played Carnegie Hall. He's done it all. He is known in the business as America's Treasure. And after watching this sound check over here, we all know now why he is America's Treasure. We have with us, we are honored to have with us, Mr. Henry Butler. Henry, it is such an honor to have you here at the studio. I can't even explain how happy we are to have you here.
Tommy, it's my pleasure to be here with you, man.
Well, let me
Wonderful.
tell you something. I've listened to a lot, of your music. I've followed you. I have notes 1.5 inches thick on my desk here. Well,
and you're still living.
Well, we're right around the same age, so we're okay. We kind of lived through the same thing. But I want to go back to the beginning, if you don't mind. No. I mean, just so everyone knows, Henry's blind. He's blind since birth. He was he had glaucoma at birth, and that's what caused it.
Yep.
And he's from Louisiana, right?
From New Orleans, yeah.
New Orleans.
Yep.
And I'm just reading a couple notes here, which it just kind of blows my mind. You didn't have a piano in your house, but you memorized every piano melody that your mom used to play in the house, right? Is that
Well, you know, I didn't. I went over to a friend's house that lived real close to me. We actually used to go over there almost every day, and she had a piano. And when I first started doing this when I was about 6, and she kept saying to me, "You've got great ears." Well, at 6 years old, I wasn't sure what she was talking about. I thought everybody had great ears, you know. So, and then she said one day, she says, "Well, you know, as a kid, you know, you're not like the rest of the kids. You don't just bang on the piano. You actually search out for melodies, and you're actually creating little songs." And it didn't really matter to me what she was saying, but it did matter that I was trying to make sense, or at least I was trying to make songs. I knew that part was right. So
you did have these melodies, and you kind of like locked them in and developed your own melodies.
Well, I sort of did, but they didn't stay with me that much. You know, it was just something I wanted to do in the moment. Yeah,
to yourself.
And then 2 years later, when I was in 3rd grade, I started taking lessons. I was at 6. At 7, I joined the Glee Club in school. I was singing second soprano in the Glee Club. My voice has changed a lot since
A little
then.
bit.
Yeah. So, but in 3rd grade, I started taking piano lessons, and I realized pretty quickly that I had what they called absolute pitch, or some people call it perfect pitch. Yeah. And I was remembering a lot of the pop melodies of the day. You know, I was playing a lot of the stuff that I heard on radio, at least playing the melodies. I wasn't playing the harmonies.
Right.
And that was fun for me. But the music teachers didn't want me doing that. You know, they kind of wanted me
a little ahead of the curve.
Well, they wanted me to stick with classical stuff. You know, the little classical stuff that I was learning. And yeah. Go on. I'm sorry.
No, I actually there's another thing here that blows me away. That at 12 years old, you were arranging and composing.
Yes.
And you mastered the baritone horn, the valve trombone, drums, and then in high school you had some formal training, and then you went to Southern University.
That's right. Yeah. What happened?
I mean, at 12 years old, you can't say, and you master all of these different instruments. I mean,
well, you know, I thought a lot of people were doing that. I didn't have any.
I mean, that amazes me. I mean, but you know, I could, you know, it must have been very. That was your world, right?
Well, yeah, but the music program at that school for the blind was really great. Right. You know, I had my elementary piano teacher was really good. She was pretty strict, but good. And then when I got into 6th, 7th grade, I went to a different piano teacher, and I started really. Before I actually started playing valve trombone and baritone horn, I was playing drums. I was like the reserve snare drummer in the band. You know, playing all my rudiments, you know, the paradiddles and the press rolls and all that stuff. And, you know, I was always hoping that the number one snare drummer couldn't make it so I could get a chance to really play in the concert band. But he was
like that second string quarterback waiting for the guy to get his leg broken.
That's right. That's right. That's exactly right. Well, you know, you root for him, but you're always waiting for him to.
And also, I want to mention you did get your master's from Michigan State. Right.
Yeah.
That's quite an accomplishment
in voice
for anybody. I mean, for anyone, you know.
Well, I had fun doing it, and all the while I was in school, I was working on classical music, but I was also playing out at night, doing gigs and playing whatever the popular music of the day was.
Right.
And it was fun,
Well, I read a little something about you were digging Hendrix a lot and trying to
Yes.
work around, because we grew up. We're within a year apart, I think. So we came up the same way and listening to the same.
Well,
stuff.
Hendrix, Led Zeppelin.
Yeah.
There were certain artists that you did certain things with.
Right. Cream,
Yeah, it's like we were imbibing in certain things when we heard certain artists, and and other artists, we'd relax more and just
well, it seems like you played with a massive variety of different kinds of artists too, right?
Oh,
So
yeah.
That's, I'm sure, makes you who you are.
Well, I was one of the first call pianists and keyboard players when certain people came to town. So I got to play with Al Green before he was even famous. Did a show. We opened for the Four Tops and used to play with blues singers like Syl Johnson and Garland Green, people that you may not have heard of up here, but they were real popular in the South. Johnny Taylor, and just a host of people that came to town that.
And you played with Bonnie Raitt, right?
Well, we got to meet and hang out, with Bonnie a little bit. You probably saw a picture with me and Keith Richards, and it's
You
just
got around.
It's been a joy, playing around and meeting people and hanging out.
Yeah. And I also see that you nominated 10 times for the Pine Top Perkins.
Yeah, as a matter of fact,
which is the Best Blues Instrumental Award.
Yeah.
That's quite an honor, right? 10 times.
Yeah, I just kind of decided not to go for that anymore because I've got to work on my scales,
It never ends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Never ends.
Yeah, oh man, I've done a project with Soul Asylum. As a matter of fact, Dave Perner was the lead producer on my CD Homeland.
Mm-hmm. You got that, everybody? Homeland.
Yeah.
Where can they pick that up?
Well, probably more online now. That came out in
CD
2004. Yeah, Basin Street Records. It's a good CD.
Well, I want you to plug in anything you got.
Yeah.
Let the world know, because we're in 74 countries right now, and
beautiful.
There's a lot of people wanting to hear you.
Yeah, and the latest thing we've done, the latest thing that was released on me was a Pianola Live, and as a matter of fact, I brought a copy, but I forgot to bring it over here. It's me solo live, and we're just doing some fun stuff on there. We just finished recording a project that hopefully will be out in the next few months.
Oh, cool.
With an 11-piece band.
Really?
And
nice.
Yeah, with Steve Bernstein.
Now, what orientation of music is that going to be?
Well, there's some New Orleans music on it. There's some old blues on it. There's some Fats Waller stuff on it. It's just mostly early blues and New Orleans stuff.
Yeah. Have you ever worked with the Neville Brothers?
I've sat in with them a few times. I know them quite well. I know all those guys. Aaron's got a new record out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it sounds good
actually,
too.
I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, I've done gigs with Charles and Cyril, and I know Art quite well, and you know, it's hard not to know the guys in New Orleans.
And I'm also looking at some notes here, and I see that you hung out in the same. Well, I was hanging out. You were playing them. The Village Gate, the Blue Note, Sweet Basil's.
Oh yeah,
Birdland. You know, that was a great time, wasn't it? Like,
we used
67, 66?
Yeah, we used to do. They used to have a jazz meets salsa, and that was in the '80s when I moved to New York the first time, and we used to do stuff there. I was paired with Eddie Palmieri, and that was the first time I did the salsa meets jazz there. And then I did one with Hilton Ruiz, who's now not with us, but that was a great club. That was a wonderful club.
Yeah, it's great when you have those great memories of something like the Fillmore. To me,
Yeah,
the memories of the Fillmore will be with me forever. You know what I mean? I mean, first of all, you know, you see Zeppelin, Joplin, you know,
Yes.
Jefferson Airplane, everybody in one night for $350. You know, it was
Yes,
it
yes.
was incredible.
those days are over.
They're long over.
Yes,
long
indeed.
over.
Yeah.
I just have to touch on this because it's another thing that kind of blows me away. Because you are blind, and you are a photographer, and
Yes.
from what I'm reading, you're very good at it.
Well, I started playing around with the cameras in 1984, and mainly I wanted to do this for my own, just for my own curiosity, to satisfy my own curiosity.
Which I think it's very cool. It's very interesting and very cool.
Well, you know, I was dating this woman, and she was an artist, but she didn't want to go out and sell her art. You know, she was basically, you know, just interested in the history, and she was interested in looking at people's work, and she didn't like the idea of, well, she just didn't want to spend the time prepping and working through all the stuff that it took to sell her stuff. Right. So, but we went to a lot of exhibits together, and she was always explaining all the pictures and the composition and everything. And we looked at, you know, paintings. I was sort of looking at paintings through her eyes,
right,
and feeling different people's sculptures. And it was really, I got a lot out of it intellectually.
right.
But then there came that day when I wanted to get more out of it.
Enough.
And I figured, well, maybe the best way to do it is to become an exponent myself in some way. And I was trying to figure out, at first I was going to try to be a painter, and I talked to John Hurd, who was a wonderful bass player with Oscar Peterson and others. And he was a painter as well, and we were trying to figure out how I would paint. And we had talked about several ways of doing it. And then I realized that maybe being a photographer would be an easier way to come up on discovering some things. So I went to an exhibit with my partner, and we went with a guy who we were great friends, but he's gone now. He passed away. He was a film writer, script writer, and so we went to yet another exhibit, and then we went over to his house for dinner. And we were all talking about the exhibit, and so I just decided I was going to announce to them that I was going to become a photographer. So he, after hearing that announcement, he just jumps up and says, well, you know, people don't accept random shots. So I said to him, well, how do you know they're random? And how do you know they're
Aren't they
not
all
random?
random? It's just,
Well, yeah.
what are you, you know?
We're all experimenting,
Right.
you know. So, well, you know, by that time I had signed with MCA Universal Records, and I knew that many of the photographers that were being hired by the record companies and other institutions really didn't have a clue as to what they were doing.
Right.
And I also knew, I felt like I could do better in a shorter amount of time in capturing the right image and capturing the personality in the moment. So
I'm just trying to, is it through your own feelings that you would get the, you know, when to hit the shutter?
Well, I started out sort of doing it intuitively, sort of not really depending on anybody's eyes or depending on anything else from anybody else.
Right.
And so what I used to do is just bring a camera with me when I first started, and I'd sort of covertly take the camera out and just start shooting. And by the time people realized what was going on, I had taken a picture. And when I did that with Charlie Hayden, who was a wonderful bassist, as a matter of fact, I did my first record with him, he said that was the best picture that anybody had taken of him up until that time.
Cool.
Yeah. And so, but then as I went on and as I was learning and sort of developing my understanding of photography, I decided that I'd better get an assistant, because I needed
at least carry the bag, right?
yeah, well, that too, you know. But I needed to learn more about the lighting and you know, the distance.
That amazes me. It amazes me, and I give
color schemes, all that stuff. And as I brought on different assistants, I started learning about filters and, you know, different polarization schemes, if I wanted to do that. But I even though I was actually learning all this stuff, I wasn't really interested in becoming too technical with it, because I still wanted to have a little bit of the intuitive feeling, you know, just as much as I wanted to, as I still want to keep my intuitive feeling and understanding in music.
Right. Well, Henry, I don't want to let these people out there not get to see the real man in action. But you have traveled all over the world. You've been to Brazil, France, Norway, Italy, Japan, Australia. So you've been all over the world, also, right?
Yeah.
So you've done amazing things for someone, that hasn't had it as easy as the rest of us. And I give you all the credit in the world. I mean, the photography and everything. I mean, that is really cool, man.
Well, having it easy or difficult is all relative.
I agree. I know where you're coming from.
And it's all in one's mind,
Right.
Let me tell you something. I'm just very grateful to live the life that I've lived, and
God bless, man.
And I'm grateful to have met so many wonderful people in my travels and in my living. Period.
Right.
It's been really, really, really good.
Well, you're a very, very lucky man, because not many people can say that. I got news for you. But we are going to have to go to a commercial, and when we come back, we're going to see America's Treasure at his best right here with the Maverick Soul in the Madhouse Studios live. So everybody get yourself tight, sit back, get right, and we'll be right back with Mr. Henry Butler, America's Treasure. Be right back.
Old Spice body spray will make you feel so powerful to blow your mind right in front of your face. Goodbye. Oh no! He's like, I don't. Power!
Automatic freshness, softness, and static control has never been easier with the Bounce dryer bar. I just stick it to the inside of my dryer, and I never have to remember.
Oh, Old Spice body spray makes you smell like power! It's so powerful it sells itself in other people's commercials. You smell like outdoor freshness.
You smell like power.
Yeah, I do. Power! Power!
Try this routine to feel fresh and clean. Pair Charmin Fresh Mates with your Charmin.
Oh, Old Spice body spray is too powerful to stay in its own commercial. That's right. Power!
Ray, I don't know. Are you sure clicking this thing will get us online?
Well, try dragging it.
Faster.
You're just a mouse click away from a better way to rent movies. Blockbuster Total Access. Movies through the mail plus movies through the store. One low price.
Here's the problem. We forgot to plug it in.
Oh, don't even think about it.
Get a free trial at your Blockbuster store or Blockbuster.com.
One resident describes her horrifying experience when she first realized the complex was on fire.
I got bronchitis. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Well, I woke up to go give me a cold pop. Then I thought somebody was barbecuing. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Then I ran out, I didn't grab no shoes or nothing, Jesus. I ran for my life. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time, ain't nobody got time for that. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. I said, oh Lord Jesus, it's a fire. Jesus, 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 Jesus. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time for that.
This is Beth.
Hi.
Oh, congratulations. When are you due?
I'm not pregnant.
Oh, look at that. Excuse me.
You're totally thin.
You look very sexy.
For life's bleachable moments, all it takes is 3/4 of a cup.
We are back live with the Maverick Soul right here in Madhouse Studios. And let me tell you something. Before we go any further, and we get the treasurer to do a little thing for us, I just want to say Neville Chester's called in to wish you all the best. Sissy Williams called in from Alabama to wish you, send you some love.
Beautiful.
And Charlie Maloney called in, and Frank Prince called in, and they all wish you love and love what you're doing. Can't wait for you to play. But before we go any further, you got a gig coming up.
Yes.
Talk to me.
We're at the Jazz Standard starting on the 21st of March. And it's going to be a special 4 nights there. The first 2 nights are me playing solo, And we're actually, the theme for those 2 nights is Henry's Roots and Beyond. And we're doing a lot of blues stuff, and we're doing some New Orleans stuff, and a few things beyond that. But we're going to go back to my childhood days and catch some of the stuff that I used to really like and still like. And we're going to upgrade it a little bit. I mean, each of the blues and New Orleans type songs that we play on those 2 nights, we're going to take them somewhere else.
And that is where?
That Jazz Standard is at 116 East 27th Street between Park and Lex in New York.
All right, all you New Yorkers, go down and see my man here. You're in for a real treat. Let me tell you something. I don't want to take up too much more time.
Well, let me just say this, so the first 2 nights will be solo, and then the second 2 nights we're going to play with a trio, and we're going to do some jazz standards, and we're going to do some New Orleans stuff. So it'll be a little different, but a lot of fun.
That's what it's all about.
Yes.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, all you young whippersnappers out there, we're going to take you back to where the music comes from, the heart and the soul. And with my pleasure, and we are so honored to have him here, America's treasure, Mr. Henry Butler.
Thank you very much. And the first piece I want to do is a piece that I wrote as a tribute to one of my mentors. This guy's name was James Booker. And, of course, James Booker, the late James Booker, also had direct teaching sessions with Harry Connick and, of course, a lot of the young New Orleans pianists. This piece I call Booker Time.
Tighter. Yeah, baby. I
you.
don't even want to take up a minute. Henry, keep going, baby.
Thank
you. Got another one in you, right?
Oh yeah, we got a few in us.
Hit it.
Okay. Old Man River, that old man river, he must know something, but he don't say nothing. He just keeps rolling, keeps on rolling along. He don't plant taters, he don't plant cotton, and them that plant them, they are soon forgotten. That old man river, keeps on rolling along. You and me, we sweat and strain, bodies are aching and they are racked with pain. Tote that barge, hey, better lift that bed. Drink a little scotch and you land in jail. In jail. Oh, I get weary, so sick of trying, tired of living, but scared of dying. That old man river just keeps rolling. Old man river just keeps rolling and rolling. Old man river keeps on rolling along. Old man river,
Woo! I'm going to tell you.
Thank you.
You got me misty, man, and I ain't lying. I am misty.
Thank you.
I'm in love with you, man. You are the real. I forget it. Can you just do another one?
Yeah.
I'm telling you,
I'm
man.
happy to do that. I'm happy to do that.
That was in my heart, man. That's what music's all about, right there. Right there. Please do another one.
Thank you, man. Thank you. This next piece, I like doing it because it's mainly fun. It's an old Fats Domino piece, and it's entitled "Hello, Josephine." Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Do you remember me, baby? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me and holler, you used to live over yonder by the railroad track. When it rained, you couldn't walk. I used to tote you on my back. Now you try to make me believe there was no days like that. Hello, Josephine. How do you do? Like I remember you. You used to laugh at me and holler, like I remember you. You used to laugh at me and holler, you used to live over yonder by the railroad track. You rain, you couldn't walk. I used to tote you on my back. Now you try to make me believe there was no day like that. Lord Josephine, how do you do? Hello, Josephine, how do you do?
Woo! My man,
you.
my man.
Thank you.
Are you all getting a lesson out there? How it's supposed to be done? Well, I think we should give him a little more. What do you think?
Oh, okay.
You got some? You got some more? You got one more good one in you?
Uh,
Yeah, I think we should do a 3-hour show. Pick
Well-
out something that's gonna rip them up.
All right, baby.
All right,
You got
my
it.
man.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, I'm gonna do this piece. Gosh, we started doing it a little more after Katrina, partly because New Orleans has given so many musical ambassadors to the world, from Louis Armstrong all the way down to Wynton Marsalis and beyond, including Lil Wayne and Cash Money. And anyway, this piece is entitled Orleans Inspiration.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
My man, my man.
Thank you, baby. I enjoyed it.
But I'd like to bring in Larry Blumenstein, who actually Henry drove him here from Brooklyn. So, Larry, I'd like.
That's my job.
Yes.
Henry, Larry, first of all, I can't thank you enough for bringing such a talented man to our place. And Henry, my God, what an honor to have you here. And you're welcome back anytime.
Hey, thank you, man. Thanks for inviting me to Madhouse TV. It's great to be here with you. We're having fun.
And we on the Maverick Soul Hour.
Yes.
So we're going to wrap this up tonight. But Henry, I now know, even though I knew before, but I know for sure now why you're called America's Treasure. So Madhouse thanks you. The Maverick Soul thanks you. Larry, we can't thank you enough. You've been so kind to us. It's ridiculous.
Henry, take us home.
Henry, take us out. Mr. Henry.
All right, baby.
All right. Thank you so much, man. I can't even.
My pleasure.
We can bring out. Yeah. Henry, bring it in. Thanks for all watching. We had quite a bunch of people tonight watching. One of the biggest numbers ever. Yeah. That's what music's all about, making you feel good.
Going to church.
Take us home, baby. Yeah. All right. Everybody have a great week. Be blessed. Have peace in your life. Be safe out there. And what a show we got for you next Monday on the Maverick Soul Hour in Madhouse. So we're going to sign off now with America's Treasure, Mr. Henry Butler. Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Thank you, thank you, thank you, man.
Thank you, man.
All right.
It was wonderful.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Enjoy it.